know you hate losing. That must have been a particularly hard one to take.
Well, congratulations to Port Vale. Hope they do well in the next round. I like Darryl. Good fella. Someone has said you'd have been 5-1 after half an hour. You wouldn't have believed it, that's for sure. Things like that happen in football. They got the tails up. A lot of things went in their favour today. And you can to win a game. The game hinges on their player kicking our player. Our player pushing them off, and the linesman chooses or does only see one thing. At 1-0, we're very much in the game. You know, we're getting old there with the last 5 minutes, and yet we've still had more possession than them in the game. I think it was something like 68-32 in the first half. Should have been out of sight. But if you don't take your chances, we go asleep and gift them a goal to go 1-0 down, then you're chasing the game. They're sending off, and then to concede straight away, that hurts you. You know, and I've tried to be proactive. I've put all my strikers on. You know, trying to get back into the game. And sometimes things just go against you and there's nothing you can do about it. The gods of football aren't in your favour today, and I think when we'll see it again that the third goal's out of play, which is it, you know, it's a massive impact in the game. 3-0 from 2-0, you're still very much in the game at 2-0. But then things like that happen when it rains and pours, therefore he puts the whistle to his mouth to blow for a foul. For us, for the 5th goal, doesn't give it. But that's not their fault. They had the tails up, the crowd got behind them, great. And they played some smashing football when we went down to 10. You know, you wouldn't have known they were in the game for the first half an hour. Very, very surprised at how dominant we were. Disappointed that we didn't take our chances. But they did, and that's why they're in the next round, and fair play to them.
Is it just so frustrating? Because like you said, there was 5 or 6 chances in that first half an hour, and then their first attack, and they scored. Is it those defensive
lapses? It's just 2 lapses, and you know, you try to wind them out, but they happen. They happen at this level, and you know, sometimes luck goes in your favour, and sometimes it doesn't. And today it didn't. There's no point moaning about it. You know, officials try their best to do what they to officiate in the best possible manner, and sometimes they get it wrong. Today you got a few things wrong, but that's football. And if you're not prepared to live with that, don't be in football. You know, possibly about 10 years ago, you know me, I was probably being in a cell now in Burslem. You know, you get hardened to it. We could have easily won that game today. Playing no different. That's football, and people have just picked the paper up or look at the TV or the internet. We don't really have papers anymore, do they? People look at the internet and see 5-1, all Accrington have been tubbed. And you got, you know, their fans very derogatory about us towards the end. Well, we'll see if we play them next year, if they're saying the same thing. They'll be lucky to play us next year. So let's see.
Colby Bishop sending off, it was an off-the-ball incident. The referee had to consult his assistant. Did you see anything? You
know Colby as well as I do. He'd have to burn his house down to get a reaction off Colby. He's stamping on him all game. Fourth official was too busy looking. I couldn't see because there's that many people up in the technical area. So I'm continually having to get up to look to see the game. And he's concentrating more on me than he is on the pitch. And if he's concentrating on the pitch, he might have seen our play getting stamped. Unfortunately, Colby gets this done to him every week. It's not fair. That's life. Life sometimes isn't fair. A lot of the time, life isn't fair for Colby because he gets battered from pillar to post every single week. Today, then number 6 was, you know, I think possibly a little bit scared of Colby in the air, and he thought the best way was to try and get a reaction from him by continually stamping on him and pulling him. Colby's pushed him away. He hasn't elbowed him, and probably the linesman will be lucky if the cameras doesn't pick it up, because if it does pick it up, he might be guilty of a poor decision. And
the after effect of that is a 3-game ban, isn't it? If
well,
you can't appeal it.
We'll have to see if we can appeal.
So you hate losing, you hate going out of the FA Cup. Is it just a tough one to take at the moment?
It is, yeah, but you know, you've You go into these cups to try and get as far as you can, try and earn the club a bit of money. You know, the chairman spends the money hand over fist, and you want to try and help them out. And I was disappointed the way we reacted after going 2-3 down, and possibly we were unfortunate just to go 3 down with the ball being out of play. But I was disappointed after that. We got back 3-1 and then gifted them a goal straight away. So you know that's frustrating. We might have had a rousing last 10 minutes. It is what it is. You know, good luck to Port Vale. Let the supporters enjoy the day. They were good today. They got behind them in the second half. Couldn't hear a peep out of them in the first half, man. But let them enjoy the day, and you know, I really like that as a person. So I hope he does well. I hope he goes well in there, and I hope the club earns some money out of it. And you know, they've got good owners here who are trying to do things in the right way, a bit like our owner. And so, you know, if we could go to anybody, you know, I'd like to see them figures.
And I guess you won't need to pick them up for league leaders. Plymouth coming to Accrington next week.
Tough ask. They're all tough asks. You know, but we'll wait and see. We'll dust ourselves down and see how we go during the week. Bit of training, bit of analysis, and hopefully we'll get Colby's name, please.